Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be a match between Reynor and HeRoMaRinE here on World of Sleepers, the latter edition. This is from the round of 16, WCS Global Finals 2019 that wrapped up just a couple of weeks ago. These two players are incredible and I expect a lot from both of them. Top right-hand corner is the blue Zerg player. It is Reynor, hailing from Italy. He is 17 years old, you guys. And in the bottom left-hand corner is the red Terran player, HeRoMaRinE, hailing from Germany. How old is HeRoMaRinE? I just realized. Does anybody ever talk about that? Let's find out. HeRoMaRinE in StarCraft 2, according to the internets, also known as Big Gabe, because his name is Gabe. He's 22, so I mean, it's not like he's an old fellow here in the esports scene. He's very young as well. And excellent. He very much could be considered the best Terran foreigner in the entire world right now. And considering the state of Korean Terrans, maybe even the best Terran on Earth, if we're honest with ourselves. I mean, Maru did get further in WCS Global Finals than HeRoMaRinE did. Okay, so as did, oh shoot, did Special? I am drawing a blank here. Did he make that through? Anyway, wow, this is embarrassing. How many Terrans made it to the round of 8 for BlizzCon 2019? Either way, it's not great. It is not ideal, and the fact that HeRoMaRinE is able to make it to the round of 16 puts him among the upper echelon and elite in all of StarCraft 2. He is excellent with macro, excellent with micro. I don't know of any weaknesses this guy has, to be honest with you. Now, the problem for him is on the other side, it's Reynor, who is a ridiculously good, young, talented, up-and-coming, stupidly good Zerg player, and he's going to give HeRoMaRinE everything he can handle here. So, we'll see. We'll see where we go with this. Usually what it comes down to in ZVTs recently is, hey, Broodlords came out. Oh, crap. I've been fighting for my life here for the first 10 minutes, and suddenly there's tier 3 Zerg out, and I'm just not ready for it. So that happens, or it's like Ultras pop, and all you have are a lot of Marines, and bad things happen here. So, Reaper on the way. Boy, we already have a Reaper? Yeah, Reaper's name is Peter Pan. Christmas Day 2016, Peter Pan found out his best friend Rufio, who he met on the movie's set Hook, had died. Rufio signed up for Rocket's Terran army and was killed by Summer Breeze's army. Peter decided to quit Hollywood, and since then he signed up for the first Terran army that would hire him. Good luck, have fun, friend, I believe. Oh, somebody believes in Peter Pan here. Peter Pan the Reaper, who has 0 kills, as is customary in the early game of ZVT. Nice KDA charge, though. Got some damage on that Queen. The Queen will be up to full health sooner rather than later, so maybe it's not a huge deal. Anyway, there is a starport coming up back home. So, I mean, we could see a battlecruiser opening out of HeRoMaRinE. That is pretty darn good. We have seen many a Zerg player fall to this. Reynor has fallen to it and knows how to deal with it, too. You got to scout it properly and respond properly, and that is how you win. Now, let me tell you something. As a Zerg player myself, boy, do I hate reactive Zerg play. I always have. I've always hated it, and just the fact that that's exactly how Zerg is designed for StarCraft 2 means I am not as good at this game as I would be if I just played Zerg the way they're intended to be played, which is, again, reactionary and defensively. I want to go kill people. I want to Baneling bust them. I want to Nidus them right in their face. I want to get up there and put the pressure on them rather than be the one who is pressured, which, I don't know, I've always felt like that makes more sense for Zerg stylistically, right? Zerg is overwhelming. Zerg is jumping in your bunker and killing your cannons and just destroying your probe line. That is what Zerg is. Not this sit back on the creep, wait for someone to come try to kill them, and then murderize them. I mean, if that was the case, as Hellions do get into the natural, that's a pretty lined up line of drones there. Sacrificing a couple drones. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Yeah, he's in here. He's in here. That is a pretty big hit. Another big hit. 10 drones down in the first 4 minutes. These are YOLO Hellions if I ever saw them. And the Reaper might get out, but the Hellion is definitely not. So nicely done, Peter Pan. 2 kills as part of that whole engagement. Not too shabby, friend. 3 bases up here for Reynor, but again, losing. Oh, he just got picked off by Speedlings. Never mind. Fare thee well, Peter. Fare thee well. So a bunch of Hellions died there, but in exchange for 10 drones, it is 34 to 36 workers. HeRoMaRinE has a lead now, which is exactly where he wants to be. He is getting a 3rd base. Again, we're on World of Sleepers here, which is a humongous map. Banshee flying in. Gotta love an early Banshee here, too. Doesn't have... does have Cloak. Really? Does have Cloak. And, yeah, there are spores up, because of course there are spores up. No! Oh, okay. Blunder there out of HeRoMaRinE. Not too pleased to see the result of the Banshee getting nothing done. That hurts immensely here. All right, so Reynor has shaken off the effects. He is happily sitting on 48 workers here of 5 minutes because he's kept up his injects even while he was being attacked. Now, think about this map is third base has this little Vespene geyser that is a rich Vespene geyser, which means you get more gas from it per trip. And yeah, we're going to take that if we are Reynor today. This is one of the reasons that Terran and Protoss hate this map against Zerg is this early gas. This early rich gas is really nice for Zerg. Having gas that you don't have to spend that many drones on because it's only one geyser instead of 2 is a huge advantage for them. And something, again, that people will complain about. I think they're getting rid of this map in the next map pool, if I had to guess. I think, they have announced those, but I don't remember exactly what the fate of World of Sleepers was. Should pull that up. Anyway, are these Overlords just hanging out? These are Overlords just hanging out, man. There is no interest in killing these from HeRoMaRinE at all. He did not make a Viking. He still doesn't have one, I'd assume, or these Overlords would be dead. Yeah, that's the case. Banshee trying to get some stuff done. He's got 3 kills. It's not bad. 4 kills there, slowing down Reynor. This is how you beat a Zerg player. You can't sit back and let them do whatever they want, as we've seen over and over and over again here. Third base landing, and immediately Zerglings are on top of it. Reynor has a 6th sense for how to be incredibly annoying and how to get stuff done and how to make your opponent hate their lives. He just does. Man, taking out a creep tumor here, too. They have announced the next balance patch for StarCraft, and for all I know, that could already be out by the time this thing posts. I'm going to post like on a Wednesday-ish, like fourth week of November style stuff. But yeah, they're going to make us so creep tumors are not cancelable. Once you toss them down, you can't cancel it. Like you have one here that's healthy, and then you push it out. That one, if it's getting attacked, you can't cancel and just try again later, which is a huge thing. I love how this Overlord's like, hey, pay attention to me. Why are you not even bothering to try to kill me here? HeRoMaRiNE's like, I don't care if you scout my engineering base. Of course I'm getting upgrades. What do you think I am? Bad? I'm getting upgrades because that's what you do in this matchup. That is so many Zerglings. Yeah, man. Reynor just has these lings. He made them. Hasn't really needed them for much for a lot of the time here. He wishes they were drones, but at the same time, it's nice to have them for these little 7.5 minute pushes that we're seeing here now. Reynor has a 4th base. He is happily droning that one up too. He's making Hydralisks and getting Baneling speed, so I can be comfortably assured to say that it's going to be Baneling Hydra, which I do enjoy against Terran. It's just nice. You got to have something to deal with those medevacs. Keeping the medevac count low is a way that you win versus Terran. And Hydras are one way to do it. Muta's another way. Corruptor's another way. They all require different skill levels and different techniques to make them work. And Reynor is adept in all 3 of them. I mean, this kid, he didn't just jump on now. He didn't start playing when he was 17 or 16, guys. He's been playing since he was little. Little. And that's why he's so good at this game, that is what it comes down to. Is the people that are the best at things have been playing since they were tiny babies. Wayne Gretzky was playing hockey since the time he was able to stand up on skates, like at 3 years old. So that's a reason why he's the great one. Lings rolling on into the 3rd base. Most of the army is kind of pushing on to creep here, but nope, HeRoMaRinE has another group ready to rock. Ready to rock out here, so everything is fine. Nothing is ruined. That's a hive, though. Yeah, Reynor decides, you know what it's time for? I have 4 bases. I am sitting here happily at 78 workers. Let's get a hive. He's not wrong about this either. He's not wrong about this whatsoever. Lings, Banelings, really good stuff here. Tank on the low ground. Does get sniped down. Very nicely done by the Hydras before the Marines come in. And the Banelings on creep. Goodbye all the things. And somehow this 3rd base is getting ravaged again. How do Lings keep getting back here and getting stuff done? 7 SCVs down. HeRoMaRiNE's push does nothing to get up here into Reynor's side of the map. And it is 79 to 65 workers. And again, Hive is on the way. You're on a ticking clock here, HeRoMaRiNE. You need something. You need something besides Marines, Widowmines, and tanks to deal with the Broodlords that are going to be coming. Because check it out. It's a Spire. It's definitely Broodlord. Widowmines and tanks are not what you want here. What you're going to want in the situation are Vikings. You're going to want Ghosts. You're going to want Liberators to some extent. Just something that can kill the Broodlords. Because Marines, yeah, if it's just Marine versus Broodlord, they're going to win. We've seen that before, but the thing is, the Marines are not able to get that close to the Broodlords when there are Banelings and Hydras and Zerglings about. That's just not how it works at all. Reynor is not playing it that way. Widowmine burrowed. Reynor says, no thanks. Don't want to engage. He just has his army split up into these little groups. These actually big, scary groups. I'm going to call them that. He's covering the bottom side. He's covering the top side here. The middle's a little bit exposed. Reynor could be vulnerable to a bit of a HeRoMaRinE push on in. Is this an Overseer still scouting things? Yes, it is. Wow. I mean, HeRoMaRiNE's like, I don't care. You scout my stuff. You know what I'm going to do anyway. Why should I put any effort towards killing you? Killing your Overseer there. And the answer is, fair question. Really fair question. Hydra range is now done, making the Hydras that much better. Anything that gives you range upgrades and speed upgrades is going to be nice. Engagement to the south. Medevac picked off by the Hydras. That's what I'm talking about. Medevac picked up by the Hydras. Widowmine's going to... Reynor's so good. He's so good. HeRoMaRinE does push up the middle here, losing a Banshee and then forced to pick up and get out because on creep is not where you want to engage Zerg at all. The longer the game goes on, I think the worse this is for HeRoMaRinE. The creep spread's really good. That said, I just watched 3 or 4 creep tumors go down, so HeRoMaRinE might have a better handle on this than I expect. They're just queens, though. There's just queens. There's extra tumors all over the place. That is a pro tip for those of you who are new to the game. If you make 2 tumors in the same place, they spread creep faster than just getting 1 tumor in the same place. The same thing goes for 4 tumors and 6 tumors and 8 tumors. If you have a lot of tumors, they will expand to the full extent of their expansion faster if there are more of them in the same location. There it is. Greater Spire on Zive here. HeRoMaRinE is responding by making 2 command centers, which is not really going to help all that much, actually, against Broodlords. I know it's a little counterintuitive, but making buildings is not great against Broodlords. Oh boy. 108 to 122 total supply. HeRoMaRinE does have a lead, but he doesn't have the composition. We've seen this game. We've seen this script play out over and over again. Reynor just defending. Dealing with small groups of bio all over the place. HeRoMaRinE really splitting up fairly effectively. I gotta say, Adrenal Glands is done though, and the Zerglings can really hold their own now. And everybody has to pick up and get out of there. Engagement in the middle again. Flank attack comes in. Widowmine fires on something. Bailey just getting serious hits down south right there. But the army on the right side for HeRoMaRinE ends up surviving quite nicely. Again, Widowmine's here. There's already Vipers out for Reynor as well. I just don't. Yeah, medevac down, medevac down. Medevac countdown means that every time you stim, it is bad for your bio. Engaging off creep is not something I recommend for Reynor here. In fact, why are you doing this? Blinding Cloud covering absolutely nothing. Look at him just absolutely rolling through here. Widowmine does kill 3 more Banelings, but look at the rest of the army pushing on it down from the top. Sensor tower down. Third base is in trouble right now. Supply blocking HeRoMaRinE? No, because he has 200 supply and has lost a lot of stuff here. That command center, orbital command, does actually end up lifting off and escaping. Reynor can't just win this thing straight up before he even gets Broodlords out, can he? He feels like he can. Dude, medevacs keep getting picked down. Parasitic bomb on that one. Nice split off from HeRoMaRinE. Beautiful split off from HeRoMaRinE here. This engagement is insane. Widowmine firing on an Overseer, catching some damage there. Reynor says, I've overextended. Just kidding. Let's keep going. We got steady targeting, though. Heard that. Ghosts have joined the party. Corruptors in production. HeRoMaRinE actually did end up saving his third, and I say that as there are Zerglings smashing on it right now. Ghost going down to Banelings. That third is going to stay alive thanks to the support of some Marauders like you, but 19 SCVs killed is not a good place to be. Army supply definitely favoring Reynor. Look at him standing in with Hydras and just doing it versus this bio. Steady targeting shots, sniping down a Hydra as it retreats. Third base survives. The important thing here for HeRoMaRinE is that he kept his third base alive. He's able to take a 4th base as well. Now, is he ready for the Broodlords? After all of that, is he ready for these guys? The answer is, he's got 2 Ghosts, he's got 13 Marines, and 7 Widowmines. So no, I don't believe the answer is that he is ready for Broodlords at this moment in time. However, the Broodlords are way back here, and they are slow, and they will take some time to come across the map. It's a pretty good-looking skin. And by that I mean it's disgusting. Zerg is gross, you guys. I love them, though. I love the Zerg so much. Reynor has expanded behind this. He's expanding up to the 12 o'clock position, too. He's spreading creep all over the place. He's really in control at the moment, and I just don't think HeRoMaRinE necessarily has what it takes to win this game at this moment, but he's not dead. He's got a decent worker count. He has a good base count. He has 3-3 for his bio, which is incredibly important versus Zerg. And he's just dropping. He's trying to keep Reynor on his toes here as much as he can, as much as to be expected. Nice juke on those Hydras, though. And then Zergling's just running around, trying to get back to the safety of the creep. Saving their creep queens. How many creep tumors have gone down in this game? 73 tumors have died in this game, and there are 74 on the field right now. So HeRoMaRinE done a pretty good job keeping that creep back as much as Terranly possible. 10 Banelings in production here at the 15-minute mark. +3 melee attack on the way from Reynor. He's going for 7 Infestors here too. So this is kind of the stuff everybody hates to see, right? The Broodlords, the Infestors, really strong. It makes me feel like I'm back in Wings of Liberty when that was a really overpowered strategy, especially because Fungal rooted. Like, Fungal would hold you in place, do damage to you, and make it so you couldn't run. It was insanely good. And then they introduced Ravagers, and it was extra super good. Then they had to nerf Fungal a bit there, and they did. So, fair enough, lads. We got a ton of spores coming up. I've seen people on Reddit complain about the spore thing here, too. But I don't know how you fix that problem if you're the balance team. How do you fix the ability of Zerg to throw down 10 spores at their front? Because spores are integral for Zerg staying alive in the first 5 to 6 minutes of the match. And if you make it so they don't build as fast or can't reposition as quickly, then they die to Oracles and Liberators. So I don't know. This is the trade-off, right? If you want to keep Zerg alive in the early game, you kind of have to deal with this in the late game, too. It's just both ways bad for Protoss and Terran, I gotta say. The good news, again, is HeRoMaRinE, he didn't lose a base, okay? So he's back down here. He's maxed out. He's got an army supply bigger than Reynor's at the moment. He's going steady targeting on some of those Broodlords. Got some shots off. Hurt a couple of them, but the Fungal comes down. And the Blinding Cloud, and these ghosts are getting chomped. Keep them alive. Oh, picking them up and keeping them alive there. What is actually killing 6 drones? Something. Maybe a Widowmine drop up here? I don't know. Let's focus on the ghosts. The ghosts are the important part at this moment. 78 workers, 80 workers here. 2 more Broodlords in production. Reynor has to keep making drones because he keeps throwing down static defense in different places. And that costs a drone every time you do it. One of my least favorite things about Zerg, actually. Static defense is really, really punished. A lot of SCVs going down along this left side, though. Trying to expand to the 9 o'clock position is HeRoMaRinE. Army from the north doesn't really want to engage with all of these Marauders. Banelings, they're fine against Marauders, but not as good as they are against Marines. And this is a very Marauder-heavy composition down here. But yeah, 10 SCVs down, and I think this refinery is probably going to die too, if you had to ask my honest opinion about it. Widowmine tries to get in a position to save it. That's not going to happen. Pushing out, trying to catch some of these Banelings, doing all right with it. Concussive Shell is helping with this. These Zerglings dead. He burrowed 1 in here so the command center can't land. It's going to force HeRoMaRinE to burn a scan. And he does. Hydra's on the high ground. Trade pretty well against Marauders, though. Hydra not bad against Marauder. Bit of an underrated setup there. If your opponent is going Marauders, Hydras are not a bad way to go. Yeah, man, we're moving into super duper late game ZVT here. We're in a situation where both players are maxed out, and now what it comes down to is compositional choice. What you are making, where you are making it, and when you're choosing to engage. So all 3 of these questions are really going to come into play. +3 flyer attacks on the way with +2 flyer carapace, which you just don't see all that much. Reynor really paying a lot of attention here to his upgrades for his Broodlords. He's trying to fungal parasitic bombs the Metavacs and then fungals them again. And I think those are both going to die. Interesting. A fungal parasitic bomb combo on those Metavacs is not too shabby at all. Reynor has, I was going to say, has not saturated his 12 o'clock position, but he's just now throwing up some drones. Might as well use them, I suppose. The Broodlord count is getting concerning. There are already 8, which is a great number. Just kidding, there's only 8. I guess those ones popped while I was looking at that number. Zerglings alone really not going to engage here, not with HeRoMaRinE's army hanging out. So he managed to establish the 9 o'clock, which is really important stuff for him. The problem is he needs to start killing bases, is what he needs to do. He needs to start killing bases. Needs to finish killing bases, steady targeting. Broodlord down, another Broodlord down. EMP on some of those queens. I think the Infestors dodged it for the most part, and some ghosts paid for that with their lives. Widowmine trying to take down a ghost, doesn't quite do it. Broodlings really lasting longer than you think they should. Ah, enhanced shockwave. So working on EMP radius is HeRoMaRinE. EMPs are going to be really important here versus the Zerg. And coming from all directions is also very nice. Trying to steady target down these Broodlords. Nice flank from the top side. This is what we're talking about. Everybody down here is dying, but the top side section of Ghosts getting some stuff done here. EMP is getting tossed down all over the place. Nice fungal coming down on those ghosts. Going to try to chain fungal them and brutaling them down with some Baneling support. But HeRoMaRinE crushing that engagement. Looking really good. The problem is that Reynor has a pretty decent bank. He's able to remax almost instantly on Zerglings and Corruptors. And HeRoMaRinE's bank is approximately nothing at the moment. 200 minerals and 500 gas is not going to do it. I cannot believe this Overseer's been here the entire game. I keep thinking that's some kind of like a Nidus or something. Banelings, that's a lot of Banelings for effectively 3 drones or 3 SCVs. Not very good. Trying to engage up the north, but yeah, Lings, Banes, Hydras, too much. Too much Zerg up north. The 12 o'clock is going to stay alive, especially with, you know, the 19 Banelings in production up there too. Poor Marauder explodes, blood spurting everywhere. What units explode and bleed? There's got to be a number for those, right? How many are there? 4, 5, 6. Marauder's definitely one. Ghosts and Marines, no. Maybe it's just Marauder. It very well could just be Marauder. Ghosts don't explode, right? They just bleed, gush blood all over the place. I mean, I've watched and cast enough StarCraft over time that I should know this. But Ghosts actually might be one of the more underused units in all of StarCraft. You don't see them a whole lot. Which I feel like you should see more of them, to be honest with you. Third base looks like it's finally going to die for the first time today, but you know what? Pushing back. Reynor, just kidding, wants to engage. He feels like I can handle this. And then reinforcements come in and disabuse him of that entire notion. He pulls back to the creep, which is right here. I mean, it's within spitting distance of that orbital command for sure. These changelings are freaking me out because they are up here and they are red, but they are not red because they are not HeRoMaRinEs. They are, in fact, fake. Fakes. I say. HeRoMaRinE expanding again. All right, man. He's keeping pace with the Zerg. He's not killing any hatcheries of the Zerg. He's won that one engagement, which is nice. He hasn't lost any bases yet. He's checking all the boxes of what you need to do to beat a Zerg player, except the one that says you really got to kill hatcheries if you're going to win this thing. You really got to do it. If you watch the Sioux versus Special Sunday series that I posted on Sunday this week, wow, that was a match. That was a series, especially game 2 of that series. Holy cow. It was a little bit wasteful on those Banelings. I don't think they traded exceptionally well there. But, what was the point I was making? Ghosts are good? Am I back with ghosts? Oh, Brain, you're the worst. Oh, that was it. Yeah. So I think game 1 of that series, let's just say that one player killed a ton of bases for the other player and still lost. It was very rare. Usually if you see a player lose a lot of hatcheries and their Zerg, they lose. If you see a player lose a lot of command centers or nexuses, they lose. What a crazy engagement we have right here. Fungal's getting tossed down everywhere. Baneling's just rocking on in. Off creep here. EMP catching a bunch of those infestors, but still enough for Fungal on one of those on the bottom side. But Reynor getting pushed back again. I have not seen a Terran player hold this off with just bio in a very long time, especially against somebody as elite as Reynor is, especially in that case. HeRoMaRinE is really impressing me today. Intensely, intensely so. He's got 55 workers. His army supply is great. Dude, is this hatch going to die? Is finally a hatch going to die today? What are we, 25 minutes into this game? There it is. There's our first dead hatch. Amazing. Unfortunately, well, hang on. Widowmine's defending in a planetary fortress, and you know what? You can hold this off. with the Planetary Fortress, with the repair, and with the Widowmine shots, and reinforcing ghosts, if you care for those too. So 10 SCVs going down. We're trying to replace those. Trying to repair up his 9 o'clock position here. This is more of a 10 o'clock, isn't it? 10 o'clock Planetary Fortress, 9 o'clock down south is getting mined out here. Doing a great job mining his bases out so he doesn't have to defend them anymore. Because that is an annoying thing to always have to defend against Zergling attacks with your hatcheries over time, or with your command centers on Planetary Fortresses over time. You can just mine these suckers out. Then you can abandon them and call it good. So a bit of a breather here at the 25-minute mark. Reynor's lost 50,000 resources of units to 39,000 for HeRoMaRinE. HeRoMaRinE, again, trading really, really well consistently in this game. This is not much of a Marauder army here. I kind of feel like they would be dead if Reynor wanted them dead. More Banelings coming in to join the party because why not? We're going back into Broodlords here. I mean, HeRoMaRinE has successfully fought off a couple Broodlord incursions, which is awesome. Widowmine, big time hit over that way. Steady targeting on, I hope that was a Hydra, not a Zergling, but I can't actually tell. But yeah, 3/3 ghosts over here are scary, scary guys. Like, if you see a ghost in an alleyway, just run the other way. You don't want anything to do with them. Is he really trying to... Why is he doing this? Reynor's army is here, man. He's trying to just bait them into Widowmines is what he's doing. That Widowmine does not get a shot off. Ooh, it was almost on cooldown. That one gets a decent hit. Steady targeting on Banelings. Okay. I can get behind that, I think. Splash damage catching that ghost. Thank you, Marauder guy. You're my favorite. What did that... Alright, I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. Probably just a miscontrol. Hey, it's a Liberator. This is our first Liberator of the game. There's 2 that are out. There's Corruptors, though, to handle those. And, yeah, those are the first Liberators of the game. Which I think I agree with. If your opponent's going Hydralisks, Liberators aren't actually all that good. Really? You're just going to set up right here, huh? I mean, there wasn't really any running from these Corruptors. I understand that impulse, but... very strange decision to actually set up at all. I mean, you might as well keep running and scouting, I suppose. EMPs catching some of those infestors. Not all of them, though. Static defense getting rocked down. I'm sure it's spores. I'm sure they don't do any damage to your bio, but regardless. Pushing this creep back very nicely, but 10 o'clock's dead now. Yeah, that was, yep, we're gone. Banelings, Hydras. It's all the ingredients you need to actually kill a base. And 6 o'clock? Broodlords are here. Widowmine fires on Broodlings, which doesn't really matter all that much, it turns out. A lot of Banelings going out for approximately nothing up here towards that 10 o'clock that is trying to be replanted here. But yeah, the Zerglings are going to be the answer to these Marauders. Ghosts, really good against Zerglings, though, you'll notice. And then steady targeting, taking out a large group of Hydras. Nice stuff from HeRoMaRinE, responding properly, recognizing, hey, maybe we can kill this base now. That is a full evacuation from Reynor at the 12 o'clock, you guys. HeRoMaRinE pushing north. He's going to take down this hatchery, second hatchery down of the day, reestablishing his base at the 10 o'clock at the same time. And Reynor just abandons this entirely. His army supply is at 130. HeRoMaRinE's at 28 SCVs, though, which is a big-time problem for him. Yeah, mules are good. Absolutely, for sure. His income is just anemic compared to what we're seeing here from the Zerg player. But Zerg player oversaturated at the 6 o'clock. He's got the 5 o'clock here as well as the 4 o'clock and 3 o'clock, but both of those are mined out at this stage of the game. More ghosts. It's just mass ghost. That's what we're looking at here from HeRoMaRinE late game. 26 ghosts, 15 Marines, 15 Marauders, 2 Liberators, and some Widowmines. It is so much Ghost. I'm telling you, I've been telling you for a long time, Ghost is the answer to late game Zerg. Ghost, good unit. All right, Reynor, perhaps a bit of a loss here. Not quite sure where to go. Not quite sure what to do entirely. Oh, the Ghosts are kind of stuck back around this way. I don't know why they're so pulled out. We could use them in this army, you know. But Liberators. Oh, and forcing a cancel. Dude, HeRoMaRinE is doing some good stuff here. Oh, the Ghosts are here because the Broodlords exist. Okay, if you can sneak around, Steady targeting down those Broodlords before the Infestors get Fungals on you. Ah, Fungal from across the chasm. Really frustrating stuff, but you did chase him away. Kept this base alive for the time being. We're almost out of gas here anyway, and then it will be time to go. You don't have to worry about it at this stage. Top left, the one base that hasn't been taken today. There is a burrow to Zergling at claiming it in the name of Reynor, though. Yeah, more Zerglings versus this Marauder group. I kind of like it. I really do. Yeah, Banelings are going to absolutely crush these Marauders backed into a corner here, and that's going to be all she wrote for this little group. Doing a pretty good job. I mean, 6 kills on that Marauder, 5 kills there. Liberators trying to help out as best they can. A couple of kills each on that one. But here's the real push from Reynor down south. Fungal. Yeah. EMP is getting tossed down again here. And the creep spread is just encroaching entirely too close. Entirely too close to HeRoMaRiNE's reality here. 199 to 148 supply. Look at the supply, as Todd would say. Planetary Fortress done, but again, he has done his job. Taken every bit of minerals and every bit of gas from this base and given it to HeRoMaRiNE so it can rest easy. Steady targeting down like an Overseer is not a bad idea. I'm really not going to disagree with that. This base is getting mined out, too. Only 90 gas at that Rich Vespine Geyser. All right. Man, we are late game right now. Hey, nukes in production. Okay. I mean, that is the way that we've really seen late game Terran win versus Zerg in 2019. Is the mass nuke strategies employed by players like Maru and Innovation and TY in major, GSL level events. Oh, the Infestors! Couple Infestors going down. Everybody in this group, most of the group gets out of there, surprisingly. Top left base, HeRoMaRiNE wants it. Dude, is HeRoMaRiNE going to win this game? I'm looking at this right now. The Broodlords are all north. And there are a lot of Infestors in here, so some EMPs would be nice. Nuke at the front on a lot of the static defense. But in the range of Spore detection, so that didn't go super well for the Ghost. Kill this. You have a missile turret here. You can do it. There we go. All right, land it up. Let's go. Defend it. Reynor coming from the south, though. Oh, crap. That's a lot of Banelings. The Banelings are like, there's nothing really for us to do here. We don't want to explode on buildings, because that's lame. The Zerglings can go to town, though, and the Hydras just pull back, too, surprisingly. Very strange move there, to be honest. I guess you just didn't want to get caught out in case HeRoMaRiNE responded too quickly, so just do what damage you can. All of the mules in the whole world just got tossed down up here. This is why late game Terran is okay sometimes. Is you can have 39 SCVs, and your income can skyrocket because of this particular situation. You can mine out a darn base in 45 seconds, it feels like, which is not an accurate statement at all. But he does need this mineral infusion to help him get back up to maxed out. And Reynor's sort of letting him do it here. He's slowly pushing in with creep tumors and spores, but unless HeRoMaRiNE pushes on him, I'm not sure he's going to do much about it. That is so many Banelings down south, though. Holy crap. Okay, everybody's dead there. Steady targeting on a bunch of these Corruptors and Overseers. Okay. Spellcasting, guys. Spellcasting is what late game StarCraft is all about. You know, the spellcasters, you can get stuff done. I keep thinking these are things. These little flying turtles up here, like the sugar gliders. Oh, big time. You can't lose these ghosts. You cannot lose like 4 ghosts there for nothing, though. I mean, not the ghost count is anemic by any stretch. There are still 25 of them out here. I think HeRoMaRiNE is totally happily just to make good trades, mine this map out, and call it a day. And then take his chances in the later engagements here. Steady targeting. Corruptors just getting blown out of the sky. That's what I'm talking about. 69,000 resources lost for Reynor, 59,000 for HeRoMaRiNE. That's exactly what this is. Oh, crap. No, 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 no. Trying to save the ghosts from the Broodlings. 1 ghost dies. That could have been a lot worse. A lot worse. Ghost down south here, too. Do we need to zoom out further for this engagement? Reynor kind of packed in right now. He's got ghosts coming from all different directions, coming his way. Wants to EMP those infestors so bad. Catches a couple of them. Catches about half of them, and then decides to stand and fight and get massacred instead. Widowmine, oh gosh, friendly fire though. Saving it. I mean, this creep spread is covering 3/4 of the map. I don't see HeRoMaRinE winning this thing, but again, it's all about the good trades. It's all about maybe getting one huge nuke off. You're gonna get this nuke off. Okay, all right. I mean, it's not gonna do a ton, but hey, successfully landing a nuke on some Zerg units is not bad. Is he really just going for it here? Wow, he went down the ramp right into some fungals. Steady targeting, trying to catch those Broodlords. Doing fairly good at it, but the fungals to the south are just devastating right now. Still, once the fungal wears off, he's getting steady targeting started again here, but so many fungals. The infestor count is insane. The ghosts are getting murderized. And I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Everything is dead for HeRoMaRinE suddenly. Army supply is 67. Broodlord count for Reynor isn't humongous, but it's 4, which is a great number. All his medevacs are getting sniped out of the air by these corruptors. Reinforcements trying to come up and save this thing, but that infestor play was great, and there is your good game. Reynor is your winner in 35 minutes and 56 seconds. Wow. Wow. Insane. Insane ZVT. And what it came down to was Reynor just had too many infestors. That was it. The ghost got fungal. They were trying to steady target down those Broodlords. If they could take them down, it would have been a great situation for HeRoMaRinE, but end of the day, too much fungal, too many infestors. He did EMP about half of them, but there were still about 8 or 9 of them remaining, it felt like, that had not been EMP'd. And that was it. So only 6 infestors died today. There were 13 remaining at the end of the game. 63 ghosts went down. 63. That is so much gas. It's disgusting. 18,700 gas dead to 19,000 for the Zerg player. 2 hatcheries down, 2 planetary fortresses down. Pretty even on that front. And yeah, I think HeRoMaRinE had the right idea. I really do. I don't know why he insisted on pushing in there, though. He was in a fine spot. I really think he was. I think if he had been able to just kind of mine out that top left-hand base, just make good trades, force Reynor to engage off creep to try to kill him, and then just retreat over and over again. I mean, I'm asking him a lot, right? I'm asking him to do a lot here. It's just, it would be exhausting, right? It would be exhausting to keep doing that, but I don't know. HeRoMaRinE is a professional gamer, and I feel like he could have handled that, but I don't want to criticize him too much because of the state of TVZ right now. Boof. That was a really, really excellent ZVT. Really, really good. And, you know, ghosts. Ghosts are the answer here. But we'll see what happens after the balance patch comes up, and maybe it already has. So, all right, that's going to be it for me. So I'm going to go to drink. But this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and heard today. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.